Ben speaking to the great and the good of music and entertainment over this past number of months. I've got a gentleman who has recorded quite a lot of material. He's from County Mayo, very, very high quality production and his own arrangement on many of the tracks which I've played on numerous occasions, also out and about at the radio road shows. Featured a couple of his tracks actually on a compilation album which went out back in time. I'm delighted to say a big hello to David Maguire. David, how are you?
Hello, Jerry. Thank you for having me on your show.
A real pleasure. Listen, you've recorded quite a lot of material. Tell me, how did you start out in music?
Well, I suppose going back to when I was a child, I was always into some form of music. When I was 3 years of age, my when my older siblings went to school, my mother used to take out what was the vinyl records. And she used to play Larry Cunningham for me and Gene Stewart and Jim Reeves, and that's all I would listen to all day. And I was obsessed with music. And it's funny because my mother used to tell me that Jim Reeves had passed away then, and I couldn't understand how Jim Reeves had passed away, but yet his songs were coming out of the record player.
Yes.
I was only 3 years of age, but from an early age, I love country music, and then went to the US in '85 on a family holiday, and I got more into the country music because I discovered the Grand Ole Opry, and I discovered other forms of other genres too, like rock and roll and rockabilly as well. And I just my love for music just grew, and then I went to boarding school then in Ballinasloe, not far from where I'm from in County Galway, and I was very much involved in musicals there, and I was involved in the actual folk group which we sung at the Sunday morning service, and it was just it all I suppose snowballed from there, really.
Right. Now you performed for a number of years doing playing live.
I did indeed. I've played live for nearly 15 years, and I had my own band, David Maguire and the Majestics, and because I suppose with the times we were in at the time wasn't long after the recession, things didn't take to us too kindly, and the industry was very tough then, and it's even tougher now, as I'm sure you can imagine with the pandemic. But I went back to doing a one-man show then in 2013, and I just continued at that, and then things just got tighter again and tighter, and I stopped gigging completely, but I'm still recording. I played my last gig in the Lady Gregory Hotel in Gorton, County Galway, in September of 2018, and the only gigs I've done since have been Facebook Lives, and but I'm still recording. As I said, I'm in the middle of recording a 10-track album with Wayne Thoreau's in Ballyfourne in County Roscommon, and I go back to Ireland quite a bit. I'm actually in the UK at the moment. I've been working over here for the last nearly 2 years now.
Okay.
So but the I'm going to continue recording because I want to keep my name out there, and people do like what I do, and they like the quality, and they like the songs I choose, and they like the songs I write as well.
Indeed. So now the material, I have to say that all the material, David, that you've recorded has been absolutely top quality. I mean, your album Four Walls, like your versions of the likes of Sunday Morning Coming Down and Cannonballs, The Nights of Summertime. I mean, it's absolutely exceptional.
Yeah, well, that album did exceptionally well for me. I sold a lot of those albums at gigs, and unfortunately, with the way things with music in general has gone, everybody's gone streaming, and album sales aren't like what they used to be at all. And you have iTunes and you have Spotify and these other platforms, but I it's nice to get nice to get the hard copy in your hand, and especially when you sell them after a gig. But that album 4 Walls did very well for me. It put my name on various different maps. I got to meet quite a lot of people um, because of that album. I became very good friends with Roger Whittaker, and I got to visit Mark Knopfler's studios in British Grove in London because of that album. I recorded 2 of his songs, Cannibals, and the next time I'm in town, and Mark really liked them, and he said, why don't you come over and have a look around their studios and see, excuse me, a bit of a frog in my throat. And so that's what I did. I flew over to London and had the tour around British Grove, and I was very grateful for it. And it has done pretty well for me. And the songs I'm recording at the moment, they're I'm still very much into the Irish country feel, but yet I'm taking in my own, I suppose, putting my own spin on some American country songs too.
Right, now, your latest offering, your latest release is an old Irish country gem, Come Back Home to Erin.
It is indeed, yeah. That song was released by Larry Cunningham a long time before I was born, back in the 60s, I think it was. And it's a fabulous song. I love it. I was advised to record that a long time ago. I'm only getting to record it now. It's recorded now. It's out. It's doing very well for me, and thanks to all the radio stations and who are playing it because it's a very popular song. It was a very popular song then, and it is now. Thank God,
Indeed, it is.
It's very well produced.
Yes, I think that when you get something which is well produced and is done in a top quality studio and proper arrangement, that it's a major way in helping the cause of getting out a song.
Exactly. Yeah. Most definitely. Yeah. It's great having such good musicians behind you. Because the level of musicians we have in Ireland they're just superb, absolutely superb.
Indeed, yes. It's for a small country, Ireland definitely punches above its weight when it comes to the arts, as in musicians and singers, entertainers.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, not just in country music, but across the board. I've become friends with quite a lot of the country musicians, and I'm friends with some of the traditional musicians as well. And these musicians will be playing in America quite regularly. And doing festivals and flas and whatnot, and and be going as far as Japan and those places too. They're really well sought after musicians. We should be very proud of what we have, because I know I am.
Indeed so. It's interesting you mentioned about Japan. I've actually got somebody who regularly sends me dedications actually from Japan here. So
all right, okay.
So it just shows who Irish music definitely travels well. Now
most definitely.
Yeah,
I've been to the US myself playing. I've been across Europe, and so. It definitely does travel well, and I got a fantastic reception in the US when I was out there, and it's somewhere I would like to go back again, and it's somewhere really I would like to say, for example, the US and the UK. There'd be a lot of people who would have emigrated, obviously, a bit like myself, from Ireland, back in whenever it was, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and their memories and thoughts of Ireland, and when they have somebody like myself that's playing locally, to go to hear me playing, brings back memories of whatever, and good memories, fond memories, So I played for two solid weeks out in the US, going back there a few years ago, and highly enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it, and I think there'll be plans for me to go back again sometime after this pandemic.
Indeed. We've got to see the other side. We've got to see the other side of this. David, listen, it's been lovely to catch up with you. I wish you continued success. I'm looking forward to your next album coming out. If it's even half as good as the previous one, it'll be exceptional.
Oh, it's better.
It's better, right?
I think it's better anyway. But then again, I don't listen to myself after the album is recorded, or after the CD is recorded. I might listen to a single once or twice maybe after it's recorded, and that's it. Like, just put it to bed. That'll do. But yeah, no, I think it's a better album myself. A better choice of songs, and I've written more songs on this new album as well. So it's been quite a good challenge for me.
That's excellent, David. Listen, it's been lovely to have a chat with you. I wish you well. I wish you success, and in the times that's in it, I wish you health and safety and happiness. Thanks, David, for joining me.
Thank you very much, Terry, and thank you for your support and for playing my music down through the years. Really appreciate it.